This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
It's Barkley on the counter. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 59 yards for him on the ground.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Listen to me.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On second down now, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
All day, every day, any day. 47 Mike, 47 Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Dexter Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Everyone got 4 down. 31's the mic. Stop your whining. 30 under. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 31's the mic. Hey, time. Line out. Where's the hot?
3rd and long for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And the return will stop right around the 25. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hustle. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Jones. His pass caught at the 4. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
8 read.
I got one. Showing it.
Protein spill.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 35. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check. 4 down.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
47. Check. 47. You can't block me.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins, and he fires one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And for For the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now it's Barkley. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, turn it up. Check three.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Lorenzo Carter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Here we go. 31's the mic. Russell run.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away.
Replay win. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
On
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132 fighter.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, fellas.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come on out here. Come get some.
Ready?
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Out to the right here to Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first down carry for Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones on first down. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On second down, Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now.
And this is caught at the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Vikings.
Bailey's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Again, it's Barkley. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Ready.
54. Mike 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Single.
Hey, zoom. Ready.
Jones now. Off play action. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Check.
Off play action. Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arm.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Stephen Weatherly. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Cut.
Big rip.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
47's the mark.
Cousins now. Lets it fly for Thielen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Saquon Barkley running right. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing right around the midfield stripe. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Hey, 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. That one a first down pickup of 8. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw again. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 7.